News Central Television. I am Judith Atibi, and we'll begin with politics as part of efforts to build a formidable coalition ahead of the 2027 general election. The African Democratic Congress ADC has commenced moves to high-profile politicians from the People's Democratic Party PDP and the All Progressives Congress APC, confirming the takeover of PDP structures in Yobe, Gombe, and Adamawa states. Paul Ibe, the media aide to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, said the PDP executives in the northern states had aligned with the coalition. However, Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State dismissed media reports that he would lead 5 other governors from the APC to ADC. Also, the 2023 presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, said he remains committed to protecting the interests of his supporters and political associates. And now joining us to discuss this, we're joined by political technocrat Dr. Dayo Kayode, and he joins me live in the studio. Dr. Kayode, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you for coming on. The ADC has described, the party as a party with no ideology. It has, rather, the party has been described as a party with no ideology, or more like a fellowship of strange bedfellows, an alliance of displaced politicians, and the list is endless. But how would you describe the ADC?
Yeah, you see, ADC as a party is a different form of the kind of party that we used to have in the past. Because aside from the leadership of the coalition, you also have the people, the old people, Nigerians, coming together as one. That this time around, they got to take the bull by the horn and determine their own destiny. To the extent that they are now saying, we Nigerians are now saying, enough is enough of the shenanigans that most politicians have been playing with us. Nigerians are now saying, okay, if the politicians, listen, when you even look at it, when you're talking of the politicians, what's their percentage? What's their percentage in relation to the whole population? Are they up to 1%? Nigeria are now, because Nigerians, there is no way you can do anything politically without having a vehicle. And that is why most of us have been mobilizing Nigerians. For instance, I was just coming from a meeting to be able to attend this program now. We call it the Unifiers Movement. And we have been mobilizing Nigerians into that movement to say, listen, wherever we know we can get that vehicle to ensure that Nigerians are being enlightened, Nigerians can remove themselves from the hedonistic haste and the Machiavellian tendencies of the rulers that we are having now. We are going to do it. So it is even beyond APC. ADC. It's beyond that.
I'm looking at the visuals that's playing on our screen there. And the way to likely put it is, it's very unlikely strange bedfellows, right? You have people like, El Rufai, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, David Mark, rightfully put. But you're saying, in what word, in one word or two, or maybe a phrase, describe the ADC?
The ADC is just a vehicle. It's a vehicle to which we Nigerians are going, okay, listen, if you are telling me that Atiku Abubakar, El Rufai, what's his name, Peter Obi, they are beds of strange fellows, okay? Then, okay, what do you now call we Nigerians, the old Nigerians, from the north, south, east, and west? What do you now, are we bed of strange fellows? The question is this. In Yoruba, which I will also interpret for you, we always say, Tiya oba eti kari, ija oti sheja. That is, if that suffering has never gone around everybody, there is no way you'll be able to come together and fight. Do you understand? Now, look at those people you just mentioned. I see them as gladiators. And they have seen that Nigerians have suffered enough.
Right.
They got to unite us. I mean, so what are you talking about? ADC is just a name. It's just a name, a vehicle. That's all.
Dino Melaye is one of the persons who we saw in that visual. They're part of the ADC. There is El-Rufai, who we know for certain was very loyal to the APC and now is switching gears to the ADC. There was also the rift, or one would say it wasn't, between Atiku and Peter Obi, where other people have said that Peter Obi was not able to clinch a presidential ticket from the PDP, hence why he switched to the Labour Party. How is this going to work with these two individuals who want to be president? For example, Atiku Abubakar, who's run for 7 times now, and now Peter Obi, who was presidential candidate for the Labour Party, all under this umbrella. And you're saying they're gladiators. Do you also think that they might be double agents? For example, Dino Melaye for one, El-Rufai for another.
You see,
David Mark.
Let me start from the Peter Obi you mentioned, that because he couldn't get a PDP ticket, that's why he left PDP and moved to Labour Party. That was a very, very wrong notion.
But that's the notion everyone
Peter
gets, that
Obi,
he could
no,
not be
because
he didn't want to be vice
because
president.
they never followed the political trajectory towards election. If you look at the political trajectory towards election, that's 2023 election, you will know yourself that Peter Obi had left PDP before the primaries. So it wasn't as if he couldn't get the but rather some other people, there are a lot of things that play, but because of time I wouldn't be able to explain it. Now let's leave that. Let's come to Atiku Abubakar. You said he has contested for 7 times. And so, do you remember what's his name in America that contested for how many times before winning the election?
I don't think it's necessarily about the many times. I think it's more or less zoning. And
listen, when it also comes to zoning,
because that's what happened with Wike and him.
Listen, when it also comes to zoning, I am an individual that doesn't even believe in federal character. Rather, I believe in capacity. How capacious is the person? How capacious are you?
So you don't think they're double agents in the party?
Well, you cannot rule that one out, because there is no way you're going to have a multitude of people in a particular group and then you wouldn't have moles. Even in APC, are you saying that there are no moles? There are moles. Talking about El-Rufai, that will say he was in APC and all that. Where was El-Rufai groomed as a politician? Where was he groomed? It was in PDP. Along the line, he fell out. And in politics, we always say something in Yoruba, that is, we always invite people. You don't say go away, please come, please just come. You don't say go away. And he has found out that what he worked for, what he thought the present government should be doing, they're not doing it. And he wants to come and rectify it. That's all.
The most strangest bedfellow in all of this mix is Dino Melaye giving this.
You are the one saying it that way.
It is. You cannot. You just said that you believe in capacity and morals and character.
Yes.
Dino Melaye, would you say that he has capacity and morals and character? But away from that,
but you see, when you're talking of morals and character, even though I wouldn't want to defend him, it is subjective. It depends on the perspective you are looking at that person.
There's not enough time. So very quickly, will choosing a presidential candidate for the ADC ahead of 2027 become the party's undoing? Yes or no? And why?
You say what?
Will choosing a presidential candidate for the ADC, will it become the undoing of the party, given how ambitious all of the new members are this coalition?
There is no way it's going to be the undoing of ADC, because all of them from the beginning, for the past months, that people like us have been following them. They have been having series of meetings, and there is that belief that whoever becomes the candidate through the primaries, everybody will support.
Only time will tell. I must say thank you, Dr. Kayode, Dr. Dayo Kayode. He is a political analyst, and just giving us a bit of insight following the coalition, the creation of the coalition, and all the bigwigs in the party.